Hello and good morning, good afternoon, or good night wherever you are, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm doing something that I haven't done on this channel before, and I like to switch it up every once in a while. So today's video is a makeup tutorial kind of thing. It's the makeup that I do pretty much every day when I go out in the summer. So it's pretty quick, pretty easy. Let's just get right into it. So I've already prepped my face, I did my skincare, I put on foundation. I'm actually trying on a new foundation and I'll let you guys know how I feel about it maybe in a future video, but I like how it matches me. It actually matches, but I don't know if I like the finish that it gives. It's not very full coverage. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it's not as full coverage as I would like it to be. So, my foundation is done, my concealer is done, but I haven't set it yet. So I actually use the Lorac Pro Contour Palette to set my makeup because I got this palette a while ago and I had no use for this color right here because it wasn't light enough to be a highlight. The same thing with this one here. Neither one of these were light enough to be a highlight. They were more of a foundation color for me. So if you're pale and you have this palette, then you can do the same thing. And I have a set of brushes by this company, Mash, and I think they were from Groupon like a long time ago or something. I got them for Christmas a couple years back. And so I'm just using this fluffy brush, but pretty much any big fluffy brush you have will do, or like a kabuki brush or something. So I'm just gonna put my hair a little bit back, and I tried to go into the lighter shade and do it like underneath my eyes, set underneath my eyes, and I set with like a dabbing motion almost, not a buffing motion, but I will set my makeup twice pretty much, you'll see that. So anywhere where I put concealer that I wanted to be like a little bit lighter, I will just dab on this lighter highlight, which is now a setting powder. And then I'll go in with this one to like my cheeks, and I just basically set my entire face with this before I go in with any contouring or highlighting, because otherwise sometimes the makeup will just slide around all over the place. Once that is done, I go in with a brush from a different set, which is, this one actually has a number on it, and it's a Coastal Scents brush. It is the BRC N24, and it's just a like tapered contour brush. So I just use this for contouring, and I'm actually going to use a different mirror for this because the mirror that I have in this palette is not that great. And I go in with the lightest contour color, of course, because I'm so pale, and even this is a little bit too dark for me sometimes. So I just dab a little bit off, and then I don't go into the hollows of my cheeks. I guess I use it more as a bronzer, and I go around the edge of my face to kind of contour a slimmer face, and then go around the bottom and here too, and then the same thing with the other side. Now if you are pale, you do have to go easy with this contour because it can start to look muddy and dirty kind of fast. But other than that, it's pretty nice. But most of the time for paler skin tones, a grayer contour normally works better, and this one's still, it's kind of cool tone, but it's still a little bit warm tone. So then I also like to take this underneath my nose a little bit, just like that. And then I will take this tiny, tiny brush, and it is just like a little, I think this is supposed to be for eyeshadow, but I use it to contour my nose. So I just go into the light shade, blow it up, because you don't want too much, and then I just draw a line here. I don't contour my entire nose because I found that that ends up looking kind of funny. So I just kind of contour a triangle onto here, and then blend it out with my finger, because otherwise it can get a little bit messy. So it just leaves like a faint little contour, but it makes your nose look a little bit more like buttony. So I do that. Oh, and this brush was the BRC S12, and these all came in a package. So I'm not sure if they still sell that kit, but if they do, then maybe you can find it in a kit. And then I go in with my highlight with this brush, and it's just a fan brush that if you've been watching my channel for a little bit, you saw me get in BoxyCharm. This came in BoxyCharm, and this is from So Susan. It doesn't say what brush it is though, but any fan brush will do. And I just go into the shimmer highlight. Oh, this is so hard. Shimmer highlight right here. And I just take that here and here. And then I just do a little bit on the Cupid's bow too. And sometimes I'll do here too, just with like whatever excess I have. I don't really go in there with like a full-on brush full. I also, I've never really done like intense highlight. I guess I just go for more of the natural look. And then I just highlight the tip of my nose like a tiny, tiny bit. And then just blend it out with my finger. Then I will go in with blush. I actually only have one blush that I currently use, and it's the L'Oreal Paris True Match Super Blendable Blush. It's still focusing on my face. And this is in a neutral skin tone, and it's in the shade N34 Innocent Flush. And this actually comes with a brush on the bottom and a mirror, which is kind of cool, but I never use it. I actually go in with another one of the Mash brushes, and it's like a smaller fluffy brush. And just get some of this on the brush, blow some off, because if I don't, it'll be way too pigmented. And then I just apply like so. And I will do this to both sides, and then whatever is left on the brush afterwards, I will take across my nose, because I feel like it helps to blend out the contour and highlight. And it also adds just like a nice little flush of color to your nose. It makes it look a little bit more natural. So after that is done, I go back in with the big fluffy brush from Mash, and I go back into the highlight color that I use as setting powder, the middle one on the top there. And I just swirl my brush around in there. And then I buff it out to kind of make everything blend in together properly. So buff out this side, and then I'll dip back in again to buff out the other side. And I've used other brushes to do this. You don't have to use a brush like this. I've also used this one before that I actually got for free in a kit, but I kind of like a fluffier, less dense brush. Like, it can be a little dense, but not too dense, you know? So after that's done, that is the base makeup that I do every single day. And now we'll move on to the eye makeup that I do for pretty much every day in the summer. I've really been liking this look for the summer because it's got a little bit of shimmer to it, and I don't know, it's pretty simple. So before I even start with the actual eye makeup, I fill in my brows a little bit with the Lorac Pro Palette, and I actually just use the black color because my hair is dark, so my eyebrows are really dark, and I feel like the black color matches the best. And I use this little angled brush, and it is the Coastal Scents BRCS17 brush. But again, you can just use any angled brush that you can find. So I just go into the black color, blow it off again. I did that with almost everything. I make sure my brows are in place, and then I just fill them in. And I'm gonna fast forward through this part because this takes a little bit, not too long, but a little bit. And you just want to use tiny strokes, because if you do it to, like, if you do these long strokes, your eyebrow is just going to look like it's been painted on almost, and you want to try and create a natural look, pretty natural. Alright, then after they're basically filled in, I like to go in with just one of these brushes that's like dual ended, and it's got a brush on one side and kind of a lash separator on the other side. I don't know if you can see it. Brush on one side, lash separator on the other. And I will just go in and brush them out a little bit to help blend them, because you want them to look nice and blended. And I feel like if you don't have a lot of time in the day, even for this makeup look, like just doing brows and like eyeliner really helps, or brows and mascara. Like they really make a difference in your makeup. So after that, I am pretty much done with this palette. I use this a lot more in the winter because there's a lot more dark and smoky colors in this palette. So then I move on to the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon palette. And I'm going to go in with the shade Divinity, this one down here, which you can see I've used almost all of. And I'm going to take that all over my lid, like the entire thing up to the brow bone, with the BRC SO2 brush from Coastal Scents. And it is just a like thicker brush. If you can see that, it's pretty thick, pretty dense, and it's really good for packing on color. So I go in with Divinity and just curl my hand, take it all the way from the lash line to my eyebrow. And I go in with 2 layers of that because sometimes one is not as pigmented as I'd like it to be, because I want it to really lighten and show up. Okay, so that's what I do with Divinity. Now I'm going to use this brush again later, so I'm going to put this aside. But next, I just started doing this lately. I'm going in with this Sedona Lace EB13 brush, which I also got in my BoxyCharm box, and it's just a fluffy brush. I know there's like one of these in the e.l.f. line, I believe, so that one's really cheap. You can just get one of those. And I go in with the color Cashew Chew, which is this one right here. And I take that, I have hooded eyes, so I kind of take it a little bit above the crease and just blend it. And it's not super noticeable, but it's a subtle darker color to kind of create a transition. And it also is, it's got a little bit of shimmer in it. So I really like the finish that it gives the entire makeup look. So I don't take it all the way up to the brow, but I take it pretty close. But I will be highlighting underneath the brow later, so that's why I don't take it all the way up there. Alright, so once that is done and you're happy with that portion, then we're going in with another brush, and that's this one right here. This is a dual-ended brush from, I don't even know, from Crowne brush. It is the C47, it looks like, C47 crease shadow brush. There might be another number after that, but I can't see it. But on one side, it is this, like, really stiff brush. And on the other side, it's kind of like the other one that I showed you, but it's a little looser. It's not as tightly packed as the Coastal Scents one. So for this one, I will go into the color Pecan Praline first, which is this one down here. And for some reason, I really like cool tones in the summer. I don't think warm tones suit my skin tone as much, so that might be why. But I will just put it on the brush and then take it into the crease, and again, like a little bit above, and then just blend it. And again, it'll be like a subtle difference. You might not even be able to notice it on camera, because for me, I like pretty light eye makeup in the summer. But this just gives a little something to where you can see, oh, okay, you've got makeup on, but at the same time, it's not obvious that, oh my gosh, you've really done yourself up today. Okay, so that's it for this is like my basic eye makeup look, but sometimes lately I've been wanting to take it a step further. But I like this for days when either I'm running late or I just want to be really fast doing my makeup. Maybe I'm not going anywhere important, but I am going out. But I'll normally just do some eyeliner, whether it's my actual eyeliner that I use on a daily basis or just like some eyeshadow on the lash line, or some mascara. That's how I'll top it off for like a really quick look. But for today I'm going to show you the complete look that I've been doing for like the past 2 weeks, because I've been adding to it gradually and I really like the way it's been turning out. I take the same brush and I go into this color Dark Truffle, which is this one down here. And I just take a little bit, because this one can be pretty pigmented. So I'll just take a little bit and then go gently into this corner here. And this one I don't take as high up because I like it to look a little more like it's gradually going from darker to lighter. So I won't take this one as high up. But I will build up the color, because it's easier to build up than to bring it down. Okay, so that's what it looks like after I add the darker brown. But then I also like to take a little bit of the lighter brown underneath my eyes again. So I go in with the Coastal Scents BRC N09 brush, which just looks like this. It's like a little fluffy brush. It's very, very light, but it's kind of rough compared to the other brushes. But I take Pecan Praline, which is the shade that was down here, and I just take this brush into that and take it on the lower lid, like the lower lash line, the lower lid, and blend it out. Then I take this brush from earlier, the one that's kind of stiff and thick, and I go into Divinity again, which is the light shade from earlier, and I just like to kind of clean up the edges here a little bit and straighten them out, and this just helps like soften the edges a little bit. And then I take this shade at the very top here, this shade at the very top, which is called Satin Sheets, and I take that on the same brush and I go on the center of my lid and to the inner corner, but just lightly, because this just adds like a little bit of shimmer to it, and I don't like too much shimmer in my eye looks, but I feel like this looks nice and it just kind of like lightens up the center, because when you go in with that really dark shade, things can get dark real fast. So then just blend that out a little bit towards the lash line. And then I'll go back in with the double-ended brush and just go across the edges a little bit to help blend it out. And blend with the new color that I just put on the center. And then that's pretty much it for the eyeshadow. Oh, it got kind of dark for a second. That's pretty much it for the eyeshadow. But then I bring back the Pro Contour Palette, and I go into the shimmer highlight again, the same one that I used on my cheeks, and I take the other side of this brush and highlight my inner corners here and a little bit onto the bottom lash line. Inner corners, a little bit onto the bottom lash line, and then the brow bone. Alright, so now the eye makeup is done. We just have to do liner. And for eyeliner, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that my favorite is the Kill Black Waterproof Brush Liner, which is this one here. Let's see if I can get it to focus on it. This, and if you haven't seen my review on it, then I will try and link that up here or up here. I always get confused at which side it actually is. But yeah, so this is what the makeup looks like now. So you can see, I'm trying to like show it off, and I feel like the camera's not picking it up as much as it looks in real life, like, and it stinks a little bit because you're not able to see it the same way that you see it in real life. But I think that's true for anybody who does makeup on YouTube, because the lighting washes it out a little bit and the camera doesn't pick up everything exactly how it looks in real life. So alright, so now I'm just going to go in with this eyeliner and do some eyeliner. I like to do thin eyeliner, and then I will also do like sometimes a little wing or a little drop down kind of thing, but I never really do big wings or like cat eyes or anything, so I'm just gonna go do that. Alright, so this is the basic eyeliner. If you don't get it super even, don't fret it too much, because honestly, people will probably not notice. I spend so much time worrying about if my eyeliner is even or not, and then I end up messing it up because I try so hard to make it even, and I should have just left it that way in the first place, because no one will notice if there's a little bit uneven, but when one is like super thick and I'm looking kind of ridiculous, people are going to notice that. So I do like to thicken it up, just like right next to my pupil, like towards the outer corner. I like to make that area a tiny bit thicker. Okay, I think that's good for today. So then, after I finish with my eyeliner, I go in with a lash curler, and I just curl my lashes. I don't think I ever told you guys what foundation this was. This is the Covergirl Clean Matte Foundation in like the lightest shade, because the BB, I really like the BB cream, but they don't make it in a shade light enough for me. So I saw that they had foundation, and the foundation was light enough for me. So I said, you know what, I'm going to try that, because I loved the BB cream, and hopefully I love the foundation. So I just don't like that it doesn't give very great coverage, but once all of the makeup is on, I feel like it's looking okay. It's looking pretty good. So now I am using the Voluminous Butterfly Sculpt Mascara, which I also did a review of, which I will try to insert like up there, whichever side it comes into. Last video I pointed to the wrong side, so then I just do my mascara. I don't want to get it in my hair, but my hair keeps popping over to my eyes. And that's what it looks like with mascara, without mascara. So, okay, I guess I was recording for too long because it just told me it stopped recording. So hopefully it got that mascara application. But yeah, so this is the mascara on, and I'm running out of my mascara, and I'm really sad because I feel like you always run out of everything at once. Like, comment down below if when you run out of things, you run out of everything at once. Like, you run out of your shampoo, your foundation, your moisturizer, your toothpaste. Like, you run out of everything at once. So let me know if that happens to you too. But this is the basic makeup look with no lip product. Like I said in my last video though, I really like wearing lip tints in the summer, so I'm gonna go grab my lip tint and show you guys how I apply that. Alright, so now I am back, and I'm pretty much out of this, but this is the lip tint that I've been using lately. I did a review of this too. Like, half of the things that I review ending up becoming some of my favorite things. So this is the Missha Waterful tint, and I can't remember when I reviewed this, but yeah, it actually started to like evaporate not too long ago, and I was so sad, and I was like, I have to use it all up. So I just take what's on here and apply some to the center of my lips, on the bottom and on the top. Just prep them real quick. And blend with my finger. And that's what it looks like. I feel like it just gives this very nice, natural, subtle lip look. But I will also apply this Holly Berry Jelly tint over top. And this is, I have no idea what shade this is. I think it's in the shade 01, and this is from Holika. And the Missha Waterful tint was in the shade, oh gosh, I don't know. I actually have no idea what shade this was in. I'm sure the video that I reviewed it in says, so I'll try to link to that somewhere. And I just apply this over the top, and it's kind of like a lip gloss, but it's more moisturizing and it's not sticky. So I like to use this a lot better than I like to use a lip gloss. And so I just apply this over the top. And then when the lip gloss on top wears off, you still got the lip tint underneath, and the lip tint underneath stays for a really long time, and you could just carry it in your bag if you want and touch it up after a couple hours. Like, I think it can last like 4 to 6 hours, and then just touch it up when it starts to wear off. And the only thing that stinks is that your finger will be whatever color the lip tint is, because you're using it to blend it in. And I would use like a Q-tip or something, but I feel like it would absorb more of the product, and I don't really want it doing that. But anyway, this is the finished look, so let me know in the comments down below if you like it, and if you're going to try it out. And if you do try it out, be sure to tag me on social media so that I can see. Oh, and I almost forgot, I will normally finish off this makeup look with a setting spray. I use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray, and it works really well, but in the summer I always set my makeup because I feel like otherwise it'll come off. So that was my last tip for you. And yeah, that's it. This is my summer, pretty much anytime I go anywhere, this is the look that I'm wearing in the summer. So I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you do like this type of video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, because it really does help me out. And I'm going to try and leave a vote in every video now, like a poll, to let me know what kind of video you want to see next. So that will be up here somewhere, because again, I don't know which side it's going to be on. So please click on that and vote to let me know what you want to see next. And yeah, if you have any other different types of makeup looks that you want to see, please let me know that in the comments down below. And I hope to see you all back here next time. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to click subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Please do, because then you can join this little family that we're creating, and hopefully we'll hit 100 subscribers at the end of this summer, because that would be amazing. So again, also if you have any questions about this makeup look, let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you all back here next time. Bye! So what's happening? Hold on one second. You will love using a lip tint or lip, what's it called? Lip tint, lip oil, I forget. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay.